So, do you know what I thought we'd do this morning? Well, it is morning when I'm recording this. I thought we'd do a bit of a special because, why not? And we're just about to head into the Easter holidays, and so I thought we'd do a bit of a still science, still podcasty stuff, but something a bit different. Oh, I forgot to say hello. And welcome to the Bankside Science Podcasts. I'm Simon Shepherd and I am the lead science teacher here at Bankside School. And today we are going to talk about something that everybody experiences, even King Charles, but hardly anyone wants to admit to, although some people admit to it a bit too much. So I thought we'd talk about farts. That's right. Farts. F-A-R-T-S. Farts. What is a fart? And yes, we are going there. We are absolutely going to the world of farts. Because even though this is slightly embarrassing, farts, it's still science. It's still science. So, what is a fart? What is a fart? And a fart is simply gas leaving your digestive system. It's not mysterious, it's not strange, and it's not a sign that something has gone horribly wrong with your inner systems. It's just gas. And gas leaving your body is completely normal. So your next question would be, well, where does it come from, Simon? Well, there are two main sources of farts in your digestive system. The first one is air that you swallow. So every time you eat and drink and you talk whilst you're chewing and you use a straw and you chew gum, you swallow small amounts of air. And air, remember, is mostly nitrogen, oxygen and carbon dioxide. Some of the air comes back up as a burp. That's burp. And some travels down into your digestive system and eventually exits the other way as a fart. The other bit is the bacteria in your gut. Now, we in class have spoken about gut bacteria and good and bad gut bacteria. So inside your large intestines are trillions of bacteria. And the proper name we give this is your gut microbiome. And you've got lots of microbiomes in your body. You've got them in your nose and you've got them in your mouth. And a microbiome is just like the best way to think of it is like a little city full of good and bad bacteria, all living along very nicely together as it happens. Anyway, these bacteria that live in your gut, they help break down food in your body that you can't fully digest. Now, if you have something that has lots of fibre in it, like most breakfast cereals, there are lots of fibre in them. But if you have anything with fibre in it, your body needs bacteria to help break down that fibre. And that process is actually called fermentation. Now, fermentation can produce gases. And those gases are hydrogen, and some methane gets produced, and some carbon dioxide gets produced too. And those gases build up. And guess what? They've got to go somewhere, haven't they? They can't just stay in your system. They've got to go somewhere. And eventually they've got to leave your body. And there's only one door marked exit here, isn't there? And that's your bottom, where the farts come out. So the next obvious question is, why do farts smell? And boy, do they smell. Well, all of the gases that I've talked about, the hydrogen, the methane and the carbon dioxide, most of them don't smell at all. So hydrogen doesn't have a smell, methane usually doesn't have a smell, and carbon dioxide definitely doesn't have a smell. But there are bits of sulfur-containing compounds in something called hydrogen sulfide, and you get sulfur mixing in with your gut a little bit, and they mix together with all the other gases. Now, sulfur compounds can smell like rotten eggs, and the smell really depends on what you've eaten. Foods that contain protein, like chicken and eggs, certain vegetables like broccoli and cabbage, can lead to more sulfur compounds being produced. And the more sulfur compounds that you produce, they get mixed in with the gases, and they make the fart smell slightly different. But that's just chemistry in action. Now, the next question is, how many times should you be farting? So I looked into this and did a bit of research. Now, on average, humans fart around 10 to 20 times a day. And that's really completely and utterly healthy. And remember, it's just gas leaving your system. Your digestive system is constantly breaking down food, absorbing nutrients and hosting bacteria and producing waste. And so why, I hear you ask, are they sometimes loud? Because farts can be quite loud, can't they? And that's the sound of the gas moving through your rectum and vibrating the surrounding muscles. So that's me not farting, that's me doing a raspberry. That is the vibration of the fart moving through your muscles. And that vibration makes a noise. And the volume depends on how fast the fart is moving out of your bum and how much pressure there is and the position of the muscles. Now, that's all physics. So why do we find farts funny? Well, I find farts funny anyway. Now, humans have lots of rules about politeness and public behaviour. And when something expected or embarrassing happens, it often creates a bit of a surprise. And surprise is often the embarrassment that leads to laughter. But remember, your gut is being fantastic. Your digestive system is powered by all these trillions of wonderful bacteria. They help you digest food, they support your immune system, they produce important molecules, and they protect you from harmful microbes. They're doing such an amazing job. It's just brilliant. So even something as awkward and as silly and as often smelly as a fart is a sign that your digestive system actually is working really, really, really well. So science is about everything, including farts and burps. And so don't think of farts as embarrassing anymore. Think of farts as a process that your good and bad bacteria in your gut biome is working really well. So when you're farting, that's actually a box ticking exercise that your gut system is going, yes, we've done that very well. So well, in fact, we've produced a fart. So I think we've definitely done what is a fart today. And we've now understood what happens when you fart. So now, when you fart at the dinner table, you can amuse your family with telling them the science behind a fart. You can say, it wasn't a fart. Actually, it was bacterial fermentation in the large intestine produces gases such as hydrogen and methane. Amazing, right? So that's it for this special fart episode. I shall see you next time for another exciting episode of the Bankside Science Podcasts.